There is no space for racism in this state. I mean, the bottom line is we're not going to allow it. If the law as it currently stands captures that behaviour, that's great. If it doesn't, we will act.
The New South Wales Premier today promising to ban the Nazi salute, just moments after a group of 20 black-clad men congregated at a neo-Nazi gathering in Artarmon, North Sydney, the third in as many days.
I'm disappointed in general to how New South Wales politicians have ordered a police force that's meant to protect the public to attack the freedom of Australian citizens celebrating Australia Day.
On Friday, a group of 61 men wearing balaclavas and carrying Australian flags were intercepted by police. 6 were arrested and almost all were issued with infringement notices.
Our big message to neo-Nazis and the far-right extremist groups: you are not welcome in New South Wales.
Just hours after that statement, police descended on another meeting of the group at a North Turramurra Scout Hall.
I was horrified by those images. They have no role in Australia.
It comes after similar demonstrations in Ballarat last year. Victoria now being encouraged to adopt laws that allow New South Wales Police to shut down marches immediately, preventing scenes like this. Premier Chris Minns today promising neo-Nazis there will be no safety in anonymity.
In New South Wales, the police have the right to unmask Nazis on our streets. So if you're thinking that you can be anonymous and spread your hate, you can't.
Associate Professor Dr Josh Roose is an expert in extremism. Doctor, is unmasking these people actually an effective way of combating neo-Nazism?
It's certainly an important step forward. These groups, and in particular this particular Nazi group, like to parade around covering their faces, saying really hate-filled material and content and really attempting to intimidate others, and yet they don't want to show their face. And it really does take an important step forward in holding them accountable.
They're cowards hiding behind those masks. Josh, what's driving this movement? What do these people actually stand for?
Look, the particular group that we've seen up in Sydney, but more recently at the Bendigo protests, the salute on Parliament steps and so on, hold National Socialist ideology. So they're Nazis. They don't like migrants, they don't like women, they believe women belong in the home as well. And they believe that effectively it should be a white nation for white people. Now these views died off many decades ago. They were defeated in World War II. But what we see with this particular group is that they've attempted to mobilise. They've got a core of about 20 to 30 committed activists who will pop up at events. So they'll pop up at the Eureka anniversary. They've popped up in Sydney to attempt to appropriate and hijack Australia Day. And again, this time they've been successfully defeated in that attempt by New South Wales Police.
So you said before, Doc, that it's about 20 or 30 people that are in that core group. Is neo-Nazism on the rise, though? Is that something we should be worried about?
Look, we know that they're highly motivated and that they're very active. And in particular, in recent months, they've been very active. They've been allowed back on platforms like Twitter again. And so that's given them a little bit of momentum. They've also attempted to force project, so effectively to make out that they're a lot bigger than they actually are through their propaganda, through sharing that online and through these sorts of events. These events are designed to capture media attention. What they attempt to do is to recruit others, particularly those who might be angry, feeling disenfranchised and a little bit disempowered and isolated, and attempt to mobilise and recruit those individuals.
Doctor, they're said to be trying to recruit young people through things like fitness classes. If you're a parent or someone watching at home and you know someone who might be heading down this very dark road, what should you do?
First and foremost, it's important to be literate in the language of what these groups are seeking to communicate and achieve. So any language around hatred of the Jewish community, Muslim communities, migration, that's a clear indicator that you're looking at a far-right movement. You then need to look at alternatives. There are many fitness clubs, many gyms, many sporting clubs that young people can go and join and attempt to redirect them towards those. So it's not that hard to really get your young people into alternative streams.
Thanks for your time, Dr Roose.
Thanks for your time.